So, as some of you may know, or some of you who may not know, I am a fiber artist. I am currently still a student, so I just do it on my own time, but I want to go to college for that, and it's something I am extremely passionate about, almost as much as I'm passionate about cosplay. It's like fiber arts, cosplay, still like on the same level. And so, one major part of fiber arts is making the fabric of it, making crocheted and knit fabric. So I'm gonna do a quick tutorial for you on how to do with the basic crochet stitches, and hopefully this will spark an interest in you and you'll take up crocheting, or maybe one day become a fiber artist too. So yay. So this is what a crocheted piece looks like. This is double crochet and it is very thick and very warm. This is great for making sweaters and hats and scarves in the winter. And even though it's has kind of holes in it, it's still really warm. Of course, if you want to make a tighter crocheted piece, you would use a single crochet or a half crochet or a half double crochet. Then it would be more solid and more warmth, but I prefer to do this because it's quicker and I'm making a large scale piece. So I like to work rather quickly on those, because if I do single crochets, it's going to take me twice as long to do and twice as much yarn. So what you first want to do, this is the yarn I'm using. This is just from Michaels. And this is the hook I'm using. It is a size H/8 and it's a 5mm hook. Hooks go by millimeters in size. So this one would be the size you would use for this thickness of yarn. And there are different thicknesses depending on different types of yarn. I think I have my case with me where I have all my hooks. See? These are more for making doilies, while these are for thicker pieces like yarn and scarves and stuff. I prefer the larger hooks when it comes to crocheting yarn because I prefer to use like a size 8 and up, because these hooks, well, they will make your piece tighter. They are a bit annoying to work with because the yarn doesn't always catch on them because they're so thin, because these are meant for thinner yarn. So these are more preferable if you're trying to make a better piece, but if you want to make a tighter stitch, you would use a smaller hook. And these itty bitty hooks, these are for making really delicate things like lace and doilies, which I don't do, but I keep these anyways because they're nice. And they're good for adding beads onto pieces, which I'm probably going to do for my bell dress at some point. So this is how you crochet. The first thing you want to do is you want to make a slip knot, which is you wrap it around your fingers like this, slide it off so you have a little loop. Then you go into the loop, grab the yarn, and pull. I messed up. Grab around, you pull through it, and you pull through like that. So you make a little loop. Good thing about slip knots is you can tighten them, so you just pull the threads and tighten them like that. You'll have two pieces of yarn, the yarn that you're working with, and the tail. The tail you really want to ignore because you're not going to be using that for casting on. Okay, so casting on is pretty simple. You're just basically wrapping the yarn around the hook and pulling it off. Wrap around, pull, wrap around, pull, wrap around, pull, wrap around, pull. I'm catching it with my fingers like this because it helps hold the yarn in place when I'm pulling up. Wrap around, pull up. You can also do it like this, which is easier for beginners because you just pick up the hook and you pick up the loop and pull it over. But once you get more experience, you can just pull it over like that. So this is a foundation chain. This is what you will be working on for your first row, and this is how wide your piece will be. If you obviously want to make something like this, you would cast on 30. I only cast on 10 for this. So it's not going to be as wide as this, but it will still have this thickness as long as you stay with your stitches. So first thing we're going to do is a single crochet. Single crochets are pretty easy. On your chain, you'll notice these little kind of sections. You want to skip the first section here, go into the second section here with your hook. So you'll have 2 loops on your hook. You want to wrap around like you're doing for your foundation chain, pull through the middle, wrap around, pull through the middle, wrap around, and pull through both of them. This is how you do a single crochet. So, no, that's for double crochet. So next stitch, around, pull through, around, pull through, around, pull through, go in, around, pull through, around, pull through, around, pull through 2. One more time, in, around, pull through 1, around, pull through 1, around, pull through 2. You'll notice like you're starting to make you're starting to work up a little piece of fabric. So this is great for smaller pieces, in my opinion, because it'll be more tightly crocheted and it will allow you to do more more like tight knit things. Like these are great for rims of things because it's going to be less stretchier than the double crochet because it has less give to it. So just finish your row. Also, I'm sorry if I accidentally go off camera, because this is kind of, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention, I'm doing double crochet. I've done it so much that it's just kind of become a habit of mine. Which is great, because that's what we're going to be doing next. So go in the last loop, pull over, pull through 1, pull through 1, pull through 2. Now I like to tighten it by pulling on the tail a little bit. It'll just make the inner loops, the bottom loops, more tight. So what you want to do next is you want to turn your work, and if we were doing another row of single crochets, we would chain 1, but since we're doing a row of double crochets, we're going to chain 2, because it's twice as high as a single crochet. Sorry, it's cold out. So what you want to do is you'll do something a bit different. It's the same idea, but you will be doing one extra step. You will be going around it before you even put your hook through your stitch. So around, you go into the stitch, wrap around again, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. So you're doing an extra step. So wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. So instead of doing a 2-step crochet, you're doing a 3-step crochet. So that will give you this type of texture right here. So you're going to wrap around, go in, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2. I prefer this stitch because it again works up faster, and I like the kind of lacy look to it because it just looks more elegant to me than a single crochet, because single crochet just kind of looks like normal fabric, while a double crochet kind of gives you those holes that kind of make it look sort of lacy and nice, and I prefer that. So again, in the loop, wrap around, pull through, around, pull through 2, around, pull through 2. No, that's sometimes. Also, if you work with cheaper yarn, there's a likelihood that you will fray the yarn while you're working and you will go through only half of the yarn. But if that happens, just keep on trucking, just keep on doing it, and it'll eventually work itself out. I love crocheting because it's so calming. Going to the last stitch, doing our last double crochet, and so this is the work we have so far. You always want to turn your work when you're crocheting, because if you don't, then you won't. Then your stitches, well, if you kind of have to, because if you don't, then you'll be working, just keep on working into the distance, which no one wants to do, because then you ruin your piece. So this is what we have so far. Next we want to crochet 1, because we're going to be doing a half double crochet. So this one is kind of a hybrid of both of them. You're going to be doing half of the steps of a double crochet, but you're going to get the height of a single crochet. So first what you want to do is wrap around, go in your stitch, wrap around, pull through, then wrap around, and you want to pull through all 3. So let's do this again. Wrap around, go into the stitch, wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 3. Wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 3. Wrap around, go to the stitch, go through 1, wrap around, go through 3. So you'll get this look. It's about the same height as a single crochet, but this is what you'd be doing if you're making like booties for a baby or something, because it's a lot thicker and it's a lot warmer than a single crochet, because it uses the same amount of yarn as a double crochet, but you're only getting the height of a single crochet. So it's really nice. I like this, especially when I'm making something for babies, because it will just give it that extra layer of warmth, which is great for babies because they get cold easily in the winter, especially when you live so far up north. And winter here are pretty harsh. Well, that's kind of a lie. This winter's been pretty easy on us, but still know that, oh, I'm going off the screen, sorry. I still know that's going to be kind of harsh when it comes full force at us, because, oh yeah, I don't have to do another row. So here it is. This is the basics of crochet. With these you can basically do almost anything, and they're pretty great because I love crochet, and I enjoy doing crochet when it comes to cosplay because it's cheaper. It looks good in my opinion, and it's just warmer, so if you're going to those cons in winter, you'll be nice and toasty warm while still looking like your favorite character, so it's great. I'm trying to give you a thumbs up, but yeah. So, that's how you crochet. So that's how you do crochet, and hopefully next week I'll show you how to knit, which is kind of the same concept, doing loops within loops, but still fun. So bye! Remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment if you want. I also have links to my Instagram in the description, so check me out. Bye!